Between Google's massive Gemini update, Anthropic's leaked Mythos model, and a flood of new tools dropping this week, the AI landscape is becoming impossible to navigate. The market is splitting in two directions. We are seeing a hard divide between guarded, everyday consumer tools and highly expensive, complex, autonomous agents. Trying to keep up with every single release in this news cycle is a trap. If you attempt to plug every new AI feature into your daily routine, you will burn out your workflow and waste your money. To survive this surge of software, you need to identify exactly which specific user profile you fit into before you adopt a single new tool. Consider the extreme high end of this split. Last week, source code leaked revealing Anthropic's new model, Mythos. Mythos focuses on identifying security flaws in core code, specifically hunting for vulnerabilities that have existed in common software for over 27 years. Because of its ability to find these exploits, Anthropic is restricting access. They have handed it over to government agencies and tech giants like Apple and Google, so they can patch these vulnerabilities before the model is released to the public. This chart maps the current landscape, based on capability on the vertical axis and accessibility on the horizontal axis. Everyday consumer tools cluster in the highly accessible corner. In the highly capable, inaccessible extreme, set agents like Mythos. The middle ground is disappearing. This gap forces you to pick a side: the walled consumer ecosystem or the costly power user frontier. We will start on the accessible side, built for the optimizer, the student or researcher looking to organize their data. Google just pushed a bidirectional integration between NotebookLM and Gemini, bringing an entire folder organization system straight into the main Gemini interface. You can generate a chat inside Gemini and have it automatically sync back into NotebookLM as a source document. There is a trade-off. Google is pushing you towards their paid Gemini Pro tier, which is the only way to unlock their new interactive visualizations. Right now, those visuals are inconsistent. Ask it to explain Boyle's law, and it works. But ask it how a plane flies, and the resulting aerodynamics visualization is confusing and technically thin. Where this ecosystem actually shines is in the smaller refinements. When you finish a quiz in NotebookLM, it now gives you a report highlighting the specific topics you missed and need to review next. This ecosystem offers massive organizational power, but it firmly locks your entire workflow inside Google's walled garden. If you refuse to upload your personal data to major cloud providers, Google released a free alternative called AI Edge Eloquent. It is a voice dictation tool that operates completely offline. You speak into it, and it transcribes your thoughts while automatically editing out conversational filler and corrected your phrasing. The flaw is the lack of integration. Eloquent has no native operating system support, no keyboard shortcuts, and no action button functionality. To send a text message using this private model, you have to close your messaging app, record an Eloquent, hit stop, copy the text, and paste it back into your message manually. In this landscape, absolute data privacy must be paid for with a significantly slower, manual workflow. Finally, we move to the top right of the chart for the automator, the power user who wants AI to execute tasks independently. Until recently, power users relied on standard $20 monthly subscriptions to fuel always-on, open-source agents like OpenClaw. Anthropic officially closed that loophole last week. To run an autonomous agent now, you are forced onto their official API, where you are billed for every single token of data processed. OpenAI is mirroring this shift, introducing a new $100 a month Pro tier for ChatGPT users who need high-end logic and compute. If you are willing to pay for autonomy, platforms like GenSpark are offering full desktop control, allowing the AI to open Microsoft Office and build spreadsheets or presentations for you. Perplexity is pushing this further with a new Plaid integration. This allows the AI to scan your personal bank accounts and loan data to automate your net worth tracking. This matrix shows the true cost of these features, comparing the tool and the automated action against the required privacy cost. Automating your net worth tracking or spreadsheet management requires granting third-party LLMs persistent read and write access to your financial tokens and local file directories. Reliable background automation now requires a choice between metered API costs that scale with every task or granting deep permissions into your private datasets. This decision tree cuts through the news cycle to fix your bottleneck. Optimizers drowning in research should commit to the NotebookLM and Gemini ecosystem. For data security, use Edge Eloquent's free tier. For automation, explore GenSpark, but prepare for high costs and lost data boundaries. Because models like Mythos can now scan millions of lines of code to find exploits in seconds, the time it takes for a hacker to weaponize a bug has collapsed. While Google and Apple are racing to release patches, those fixes only protect you once you hit install, making basic device updates your primary line of defense. This landscape will shift again in 2 weeks at the Google Cloud Next conference in Las Vegas, where new models are expected to debut. Define your firm boundaries, pick your specific toolset, and get back to work.